The Giants and Reds are two of baseball's oldest franchises, rich with history and memorable players. Hall of Fame talent producing long-lasting memories, including 25 MVP awards between both teams. The Giants look for inspiration from their 2012 MVP, Buster Posey, who led San Francisco to an amazing comeback in the 2012 Division Series against the Reds. Posey and the Giants take on Cincinnati in Game 2 of the series, and it's coming up next.
We are back at Great American Ballpark here in Cincinnati as this road trip continues. This is Game 2 of this 3-game series, Giants and Reds. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Rain is in the air, so we hope we get this ball game in. About last night, the manager not happy with the way the Giants played. They're going to look for a much cleaner game tonight.
Well, and on paper, you would think that it's a great matchup for the Giants. Ryan Vogelsong, last 3 starts, 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA. His opponent tonight, Tony Cingrani, 0-3 with a 5.29 ERA. The big challenge for Vogelsong tonight is that he's going to have to check that Reds running game. That is something that he's going to have to pay close attention to. And watch Hunter Pence. He's got great numbers against Cingrani, and, of course, he had a 3-hit night last night. Those are the things we think are going to be interesting to watch.
And a start for the young kid Juan Perez in left field. So we see how that goes. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update in San Francisco right after this.
area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box and try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. And by Toyota, #1 in NPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
You're looking inside Great American Ballpark as we get ready for baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the San Francisco Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open every day. 79 degrees here at the yard. You see the winds at 10 miles per hour. Humidity is high, and there are storms in the area. But right now, life is good. Take a look at the Giants starting lineup brought to you by Coors Light. It'll be Pagan and then the red-hot Hunter Pence, followed by Posey, Sandoval, and Morse. Hicks back in the starting lineup. Juan Perez gets a start. Crawford will hit 8th and Vogelsong 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Reds is the 24-year-old left-hander in his second year at the big league level, Tony Cingrani. 6'4", 215-pounder out of Seabrook, Texas. And this is what he's done in 9 starts, 2-5 with a 4.01 ERA. Almost a strikeout inning. He's got good stuff. Mid-90s fastball. When he's right, he'll throw a lot of them. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. And you look at his breakables at time, you think they may be all projects because he doesn't have a great confidence in them. But he's the kind of guy that just go at you with high fastballs. He's got a good one.
And the first pitch of the ball game is high. So we get started right on time at 7:10. Pagan hitting .322. He takes a strike. He went 0 for 3 last night. He's got 3 home runs, 17 driven in. And he pops his pitch up, and it may be playable. Mesoraco gets rid of the mask, and that's how this game gets started.
Let's take a look at the Reds defense tonight, playing behind Cingrani. Starting in their outfield from left to right, it's Ludwig, Hamilton, and Bruce, the best arms in center and in right field. Cozart and Frazier on the left side of the infield. Phillips and Pena on the right side. And Devin Mesoraco will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Hunter Pence. Pence had 3 hits last night. He was 3 for 4. He's 2 for 6 in his career against Cingrani. And the first pitch is wide. Giants lost last night 8-3. Not a pretty game. And they've lost 10 of 11 here in this ballpark.
And they also made 4 errors last night. That's not going to help you win a game.
The home plate umpire is Adrian Johnson.
And he's got a tight zone. He's a hitter's umpire. And we've seen him in the past where it will loosen up as the game wears on, but he makes you come into that strike zone, especially early in the game.
Morales, Vanover, and Hernandez from first to third, and it's 3-0 to Pence. With Buster Posey to follow. Giants 27-21. They have a 7-game lead on the Dodgers. And Cingrani pours in a strike at 91. They're 3-2 on this trip. Three and 2. Came back with the same pitch.
Well, we've seen him at times, and that's all he'll throw for 2 or 3 innings at a time. It's his fastball.
And Pence, after jumping out 3-0, strikes out on 3 fastballs.
All right, time now for the Nissan keys to the game, and you have to be patient with Cingrani. He will definitely create some hitters counts on his own, and you have to be able to hit that high pitch because you'll see a lot of high fastballs. And the other key is Vogelsong versus Phillips. Brandon Phillips 7 for 14 lifetime against Vogelsong. How he handles Phillips will have a lot to say about this game. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
And Posey lines this one, and Ludwig's going to reach up. He can't get to it, and Buster Posey's going to head first slide into second with a 2-out double.
Buster Posey not wasting any time. Gets a belt high fastball, and you're going to see a lot of those from Cingrani, but he's a guy who can effectively pitch a little bit higher than that as well. And Buster Posey gets all of this one, and he hit that thing hard enough to get out. I think the top spin kept it in the yard. Not an easy field to be playing right now. That's left field. A lot of sun in the eyes of the left fielders. And I think that had everything to do with Ludwig not making a play.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval went 0 for 3 last night. He had a sacrifice fly.
Take a look at the flight of the ball, and I don't even know if Ludwig had a chance, even with the sun in his eyes. That ball was scalded.
Sandoval fouls it back on a fastball inside. He's at 248, 8 home runs, 26 driven in. Michael Morris on deck. Giants are 18-12 on the road. And they played 11 games against the National League Central, and they're 6-5. Right now it's 2 balls and 1 strike to the Giants' third baseman. And it's 2-2.
And that's the pitch that is so effective in Cingrani. I mean, he hadn't got that many wins in the big leagues. He's got 2 against the Giants. And each time they have seen him, he has established that fastball, and they just cannot lay off that high fastball across the letters. And that really is his best weapon.
And Sandoval pops it up. Frazier will put it away, and that retires the side. No runs, a double, 1 left. It'll be Hamilton, Frazier, and Phillips coming up. And Ryan Vogelsong will face this lineup. He'll go after the very speedy Billy Hamilton, followed by Frazier, Phillips, and Jay Bruce. See the numbers for Bruce against Vogelsong. Mesoraco had a home run last night, followed by Ludwig, Pena, and Cozart. And Cingrani will bat 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Ryan Vogelsong. Vogelsong, a 36-year-old right-hander, 6'4", 215-pounder in his 8th year. This is what he has done in 11 starts. 3-2 with a 3.45 ERA, 51 strikeouts and 62 1/3. The last 3 games he's been absolutely stellar, 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA. And what he has is a very good command of the fastball. He'll throw both types of movement, the 2-seam and the 4-seam. When he's right, you'll see a lot of corner strikes with both fastballs. He's got a curveball, slider. He'll cut the ball, throw a changeup, give you lots of different looks. but he's definitely a guy that thinks off of the fastball. Lifetime against these Reds, 2-3 with a 5.08 ERA. He's never been beaten in this ballpark. Take a look at the Giants defense behind Vogelsong tonight, starting from left to right. Juan Perez going to get a start out in left field, joined by Pagan and Pence, the killer Peas. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Hicks and Morris, they'll be on the right side, and Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the sign.
So here's Hamilton, who went 2 for 5 last night. Had a couple of stolen bases. And he takes a first pitch strike. He's at 256. He's got 1 home run. He's got 10 driven in. And for Hamilton, it's not about home runs or RBIs. It's about runs scored. And this is wide. Sandoval way in at third.
And Morris is playing real shallow on the first base side too. I mean, that's as dramatic a pre-pitch defensive set for a bunt as I've seen in a while.
Morris has got it. Not in time.
Nice play from Morris, spirited. He's going down, and now it's a foot race between Vogelsong and Hamilton. In a very close play, Gabe Morales making the call. I think he got it right. I think Hamilton beat him.
They absolutely got it right.
He is a dart. You talk about putting pressure on the defense. There was no hesitation either. I mean, Vogelsong was busting his tail. That's as fast as he can go. It's 3.9 speed.
So here's Frazier. Frazier hitting 271. He went 1 for 2 last night. He scored a couple of runs.
Well, the type of hitter you want in this situation with a base stealer like Hamilton, you want a guy who's a fastball hitter, likes the ball middle away. There's a lot of catchers are going to call that pitch to try and defend against the steal.
And that fastball just missed. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
Watch how he comes set, holds it to a fastball away. I mean, in this, really how you can construct your lineup according to guys' preferences, what side of the plate they like to hit. Everybody likes a fastball. Get a guy who likes to get extended like Frazier does, and that's a tough. That's a tough assignment for a pitcher. You want to give your catcher a chance to throw out that runner, but you're also feeding the strength of a hitter.
Good pitch, but wide. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And you're not going to get a lot of corner help either from Adrian Johnson, the plate umpire. He is tight.
And a check on Hamilton. See, Gordon's got 34, and then Hamilton. Here it's 2-1 to Frazier. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
And that is really close to a balk from Vogelsong. I mean, that's a slide step, and that's a quick pitch. And again, he's using every trick that he can to try and upset the timing of Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton was going to go.
That was 1.01 seconds from the time he started to the time it got to Buster Posey. You see him come set. He may go quick again. He may hold it for 3 seconds, hold it for 5, and just let him wait. Talked to Billy Hamilton last night about the game, and he was very disruptive. And they asked him about it. He says, "You know what? Being fast is fun."
For him.
Well, that's something I would never know unless I bought a car.
So Hamilton's going to end up at second base no matter what.
It's just a game changer. You just don't see that type of speed at the top. Dodgers have it with D. Gordon, and the Reds have it with Billy Hamilton. It's the 5th error that has been made in this series now by the Giants. That one we charged a Vogelsong. And really, I think the Giants have to feel like they got to break it and get all the way to third.
It's 2-2 to Frazier.
Now it's a strikeout situation.
And he got him. Say this, as far as location and pitch-wise, Hamilton has not disrupted Vogelsong in that department.
No. And that's absolutely perfect. That's knee high on the black right there. That's one you hope you get. You don't always get it with Johnson.
Here's Phillips. Remember, Phillips is the guy that's got big numbers against Vogelsong. Phillips 1 for 4 last night. He drove in a couple.
And there is a sign for that. The spin move with a runner at second base. That's called by Bochy on the bench. You have to vary your looks. When you come set, you look home, turn and look at your runner. 1, go. Next time you come set, you look home, you turn and look at the runner. Look home, you turn, you look at the runner. Come home, you look at the runner. You want 3 looks, 2 looks, 4 looks. Just do not get predictable.
It's Hicks's job to keep Hamilton close. Crawford is playing Phillips pretty much straight away, so he really doesn't have a shot to get over there and help out Hicks.
And you see the opening at second there, and that's an opportunity for Brandon Phillips, who is a very good opposite field hitter.
So Phillips at 269. And Buster Posey now is going to have a word.
Maybe a problem not only with the pitch that Buster Posey has suggested, but the location as to where Vogelsong wants to throw it.
And he throws him a breaking ball, and it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Strike to even the count. Outfield straightaway, not deep. On deck is Jay Bruce. We're in the bottom of the 1st inning. on a breaking ball, and he gets the call. It's 1-2. Probably what Reds people might think that that's a bit borderline. Foul back, so Vogelsong goes after him with a fastball.
Staying in that outside corner. He has a one-time guy on that inside part of the plate. It's a big fastball, cutter, all to the outside corner.
Hamilton at second, 1 out. I think it hit. Did it hit the bat?
Well, they may take a look at this. Posey's going to come out. Mr. Posey's not so sure. Now, Johnson said it hit him on his uniform on the chest.
I think it hit the back arm.
Yeah, I think it got him on the wrist.
Ron Wotus, by the way, is not with the team. There's a family health issue, and Wotus departed on Monday.
Yeah, got him on the wrist, right top hand.
So here's Jay Bruce. And now Crawford gets the responsibility of keeping Hamilton close. And the first pitch is wide, 1-0. I suppose he's got a little better clear path of throwing should Hamilton decide to go.
And the one thing you cannot let him do, he just did. He let him walk into a lead. You cannot do that with Hamilton. That's how he likes to steal a bag. Like many other base stealers before him.
And he gets the strike at the knees to even the count.
Come set and hold him until he makes a stop.
Good pitch, 1-2. Got him.
He is painting corners. And he is earning him. That's 2 called strike threes now for Vogelsong. Set up late, got to tip the location. That's right there.
Pretty good.
And that's the type of confidence he's had in that fastball the last 3 starts.
Mesoraco hit a home run in the first inning last night.
That was a mistake. They went middle in above the knee, and that is his happy zone.
Here he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Hamilton, go ahead.
Well, you get in the situation if you're Vogelsong, you can relax a little bit with the runner at second with 2 outs.
Sandoval's got it, and that'll end the inning. Stressful, but It's 0-0. That he and Yasiel Puig, Bumgarner was named National League Pitcher of the Month, Puig Player of the Month. He said, well, maybe we can take a photo together. It's funny how it worked out that way. He's definitely tearing it up, and he is. Bumgarner, by the way, first pitcher to win National League Pitcher of the Month since Tim Lincecum in June of '09. So here's Morris, followed by Hicks and then Perez. Vogelsong made some big pitches.
He really did. And he made him the way he's been making him this entire month. With fastballs on the corners. Sets everything up.
So here's Michael Morris. And he looks at a strike. Morris last night went 0 for 4. He comes into this game hitting at .289.
Because of the weather forecast for the rest of the night, there is some pressure on both teams to score early. So we're supposed to have some rain around 9 o'clock. So the idea is put some early runs on and have the lead if there is indeed a rain delay.
This is high and foul and out of play. It's 1-2. According to our notes, Morris has never faced Zingrani before. Straightens him up with a fastball. It's 2-2. Reds, by the way, have won 4 straight. So they think they're back on track. They're only 1 game over 500 at home. This is driven to right, but it's right at Jay Bruce. 1 out.
Let's take a look at the play that ended it for the Reds in the bottom of the first. A bullet off the bat of Mesoraco and a spear job by Pablo Sandoval. We're going to make this our Ford right choice. Why? Well, because if it gets by Sandoval, you don't know how many they're going to score. Our Ford right choice.
Here's Hicks. Hicks hitting 178, 8 home runs, 20 driven in. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Hicks did not play last night. It was Joaquin Arias who got the start at second. 0-2. Hicks didn't miss many fastballs for a long time, but in St. Louis he did. Two down. Matt Williams leads the Nationals into San Francisco the 9th, 10th, and 11th of June. All dynamic deals, which means tickets start for $8. Visit sfgiants.com/dynamic deal.
Hey, the family's here. Mom's a little tired.
And Perez with a big bouncer over third, and with his speed, that's going to be a double. And the Giants with their second hit and second double of the game.
That's a big hit for Perez because he really did not do a whole lot his last time up the big leagues. And he is a much better hitter than what he showed. He was hitting a .048 coming to this at bat. So all of a sudden, boom, you get a double, you get a little confidence going. Here we go.
Crawford at the plate, first base open with Vogelsong on deck. Crawford had a hit in 4 at-bats last night. And we'll see if Crawford gets anything to hit. 1-0. That's the problem with hitting eighth. You sit there and you think, as a hitter, what I just said. Am I going to get anything to hit?
Well, you got to anticipate you're going to get something to hit. You got to look for that fastball out of the plate, your happy zone.
Am I going to get anything to hit?
I know. Well, and it's a situation where you kind of think you have to expand because you really don't want to put it on the shoulders of the pitcher to take advantage of a runner in scoring position. With the success that Brandon Crawford has had against left-handers this year, I'm really surprised they're pitching to him at all.
I'm not going to get anything to hit.
No, I agree with you. They may see another 3-0 breaking ball right here.
Just walk them, for crying out loud.
And I think they are right now. So Brian Price, the skipper of the Reds, agreeing with you. And you know this, if you have a runner in score position, it's a tie ball game, pitcher on deck, and you give up a hit. Now I know every pitcher wants to start an inning off with a pitcher as the first hitter, but if you give up a base hit, you have got some explaining to do when you get back to that dugout.
Vogelsong's got 3 hits and 21 at bats.
Yeah, his at bats have definitely been better this year. It's about due for a home run.
I was thinking the same thing, and it's 0-1. So it's no balls and 1 strike. Perez at second, Crawford at first. Oh, 2.
That is the pitch. That is the location that got Cingrani to the big leagues. It's unusual to see a high fastball have that many swing throughs, but it's not just pitchers that are missing them. When the Giants saw Cingrani last year, he was throwing it at 95 consistently up there. And there are not many guys that could keep a top hand on it all day.
Here's the 1-2. And he got him, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand a pair. Bottom of the second coming up. And it'll be Ryan Ludwig to lead things off. Johnson recorded his 300th big league win in the first game of a doubleheader at Nationals Park. The unit, through 6 innings, allowed one unearned run on 2 hits. The Giants won 5-1, and they swept the doubleheader. And that was really a day that none of us are going to soon forget, because he was fantastic. And eventually, he got hurt on this play. And afterward, he went on the disabled list. Remember, he pitched like an inning or 2 in the month of September.
Oh, yeah. So Ryan Wilson saved it without his beard.
And his family was there. It was terrific.
Randy Johnson, very interesting in retirement. He has a Randy Johnson Twitter page. And right now he's in Vietnam. And he sends pictures that he takes. He's an avid photographer. I advise you to check it out.
Here's Ludwig. And that got busted Posey, so I want to follow him. What, do you know what it is?
It's just Randy Johnson.
At Randy Johnson, or
so.
At Johnson Randy, or
one of the two.
At I wore a Giants hat once and then I became a Giant, or
still the greatest thing we ever saw when he was with the Diamondbacks. There was a big Donnybrook out there with, and hats were everywhere, and his got knocked off when he was a Diamondback. He picked up a hat, put it on his head, and it was a Giants hat.
Great.
That was fantastic.
Ludwig taps it foul. He's hitting .253, 4 home runs, 18 driven in. He does have some ownage on Vogelsong. He's 4 for 5 lifetime.
That's ownage. And that fight was Todd Stottlemyre of the Diamondbacks and Charlie Hayes of the Giants.
High fastball to Ludwig.
Clean the palate of the eye. Really is a great pitch. Because now you can go right back down around the knees, and you can go below the strike zone and he'll chase.
See Brian Pena on deck, and then it'll be Zach Cozart.
That was close, and Vogelsong, he wanted it. Just a little low for Adrian Johnson, plate umpire. Now you can go across the letters with a high fastball and he'll go right with it. They're going away low.
I'm not sure what year it was, but this is what we're talking about.
There's the fight. Everybody comes a running. Randy Johnson picked up a hat. What the Giants had. Said, what the heck?
The hat is for Charlie Hayes underneath it.
It never gets old.
Here's Pena.
But we really enjoyed our time with Randy Johnson. He was a good Giant.
Strike to Pena. Never faced Vogelsong before. He's hitting .283, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. And he went 0 for 3 yesterday with an RBI and a walk.
Pena, as you can tell from the double flap helmet, of a switch hitter. It's better from the left side, 291, 250 from the right side.
And this is a foul ball. And it's a quick 0-2.
Here, the ball dudes get gloves. The guy brought his glove, got himself a ball. How could you not give that guy a ball? I give him my wallet.
He's going to keep that all night. Probably sleep with it. So Ludwig at first. He takes the walk. Third strikeout for Vogelsong, and the first one swinging.
And that's just a simple elevation with the fastball. And it's a 3-pitch see ya. If you imagine the strike zone being a rectangle, if you can hit all 4 corners of the strike zone with the fastball, those are 4 different pitches in the eye of a hitter, especially if you change grips. It's another 4 pitches. And Vogelsong really understands that.
Here's Cozart. Cozart last night went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And he takes a strike. He's a terrific defensive player. And a check on Ludwig, who does not have a steal this year. Crawford and Hicks at double play depth. And this is fouled just below us. And to our right. Outside. 2-2. Tell you what, he's making the hitters think. That's for sure.
Oh, you're right. He's putting them out there just a few inches away from the strike zone. And those are not comfortable takes.
Got him.
right back with the same location. And Kozar protecting with 2. Cannot lay off, and that's 4 strikeouts. 2 by swing strike 3. Just a great pitch. He really has been sharp with his command of the fastball tonight.
Here's Zangrani, who's 2 for 16. And a strike. So a leadoff walk to Ludwig and then 2 strikeouts. Zangrani, sneak attack. Pretty hard to sneak attack when you're that tall.
That's true.
Little guys can sneak attack. Big guys, no, not so much.
He's a thin 6'4". You want to sneak attack, do it, no 2. Well, Hershiser used to do that. I'm still ticked off about it.
And that'll do it to end the inning.
Ooh.
5 strikeouts for Vogelsong. We will now head to the 3rd, where Pagan's going to lead things off.
That was an ugly swing.
Is brought to you by 22 Jump Street, in theaters June 13th.
No score as we head to inning number 3.
He's got his colors on. That's a couple of well, one's a diehard Giants fan. The other guy is a semi-Giants fan. He's got the orange shirt and the Reds hat. Guy was politically middle of the road. Well, we really have seen a lot of Giants fans here in Cincinnati. And if you ever want a great place to visit and see ball games, enjoy the Midwest, this is the spot.
Hey, you might get to see a nice big old thunderstorm.
Well, you're right.
Pagan opened up the game with a pop-up to Mesoraco behind home plate. Pence and then Posey here in the 3rd. And a belt tie strike from Zangrani. He's staying right around 92, 91, 92.
And you look from the center field camera, you think, man, that is straight as a string. Why are these guys not teeing off? That really has been the question that a lot of hitters have asked as Zangrani has climbed the ladder to get to the big leagues. That is his strength, the high fastball. And his deception, his low three-quarter release, I mean, everything about it gets on you quickly, and it's very difficult to keep your top hand on it. Probably your best defense against the pitch is to take it. Not easy to do when you see it as well as you see a high fastball. He really hasn't done much with any of his other pitches, and that's kind of par for the course with him.
And the 1-2. Just a little bit high.
About 4 feet. Now, if you're a hitter, what would you ask the catcher if he just threw a pitch? If the pitcher just threw a pitch like that?
Is that a strike? No. Get on the ground to Kozart.
Time now for our Togo's big play the Togo's way, and it's Hunter Pence. That's right. Last night, Hunter Pence got the Giants on the board early with this first inning laser shot off Homer Bailey, his 8th home run of the season. How hard was it to?
He hits it high, gone.
That was your call. How do you explain the swing? That thing was literally shoulder high, and he still was. And you would expect, because of Cingrani's strength with the high fastball and Pence's ability to hit the high fastball, this would be a good match for Pence.
Knocks this one back. In out of play.
Guy below it just dropped the ball. Now there's the guy who got the ball. There was a guy that didn't make the play, and somebody behind him was horse laughing. I could hear it up here.
Major horse laughing. You know, horse laughing, we're okay, that's great, but then maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah, horse laughing like you want to get him out of your seat and punch the guy in the forehead.
Lifted high to left field for Ludwig. And he'll put it away.
All right, time now for AT&T U-verse Rewind. We take you back to Game 5 of the 2012 NLS Division Series against Cincinnati. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the 5th. Buster Posey, Matt Latos unloading on a 2-2 pitch. Scored Pagan, Scudero, and Pablo Sandoval, and that was it for Matt Latos. And that's our AT&T U-verse Rewind. That was fun.
It was not a safe lead, however. Center field for Hamilton. And they'll end the inning. Nice inning for Zingrani. Vogelsong coming out.
Park, you can now upgrade your seat through your mobile device. Up to 3 hours before the game, you can select new seats using an interactive ballpark map. Digital tickets are then sent to your mobile device to move you up into your upgraded seat. Just download the Giants official mobile app at the ballpark to take advantage of this in-seat upgrade opportunity. To learn more, go to sfgiants.com/ballpark-app. Is that Kim?
Kim on the phone. Tom, part of our United crew that gets us to where we want to go, especially home. I just texted Tom. I said, tell Kim to get off the phone.
Well, I'm supposed to be on the phone. It's a ball game.
Here's Hamilton, and he takes a strike.
But they do take care of us.
Indeed they do. Tom lives out in our area, out in San Ramon. Kim's based in Houston. Bang, bang, 0-2 to Hamilton. Frazier to follow. No score here in the third. This is going to be rough. Let me just put him on first or second.
Well, that's an excellent question. An 0-2 swing and bunt, and with his swing, you knew off the crack of the bat this was going to be impossible. Posey, an off-balance effort, throws high of Michael Morse, and right here again, you have to feel lucky that he didn't get the third.
So here's Frazier.
I think Todd Frazier is going to have a lot of opportunity to hit with men in scoring position this year.
Or certainly a guy in scoring position.
Yeah. And here you go. I mean, you have to do this. Because he'll steal third if you don't. A strikeout situation here for Vogelsong. Same situation that we saw in the first inning.
And a bunt, and it's rolled foul.
Not a bad idea.
No balls and one strike.
Sandoval was playing about 3 steps behind the bag, so in essence he was saying, hey, I'm giving it to you.
And now Hamilton goes, and Posey's throw, and they got him.
Hamilton was not going to wait around. He knew it. Right over the right-handed hitter, and you talk about a laser strike. And Posey's throw could not have been more perfect. And we'll look one more time. There's the jump, belly slide, and he could not get off the field fast enough. Sandoval tagged him right in the chest.
So it's 2-2 now to Frazier.
Well, you definitely breathe a little sigh of relief when you get that guy off the base paths. Good word.
Down the left field line, hit very well. It is gone. And it's 1-0 Cincinnati. that's home run number 11 for Frazier.
He did a little Carlton Fisk as he hits this thing. It started to hook, and it's just a matter of whether or not it was going to hit that foul pole.
So here's Phillips.
You got to wait out there if you're Vogelsong until Brandon Phillips' walk-up song is done. Now let's take a look at the swing, and now he's doing a little bit of the Carlton Fisk right here. And there you go. And how fair was it? Pretty fair. Hit the screen of the foul pole.
And that curveball is up high, so it's 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Jay Bruce. So Phillips at the plate with a run in and 1 out. Ball back 2-2. Song with 49 pitches. He lost his computer last night.
Yeah, Pablo Sandoval hit a foul ball that went up in the press box, hit his computer, shattered it.
That's Mark Sheldon.
So it looks like he got a new computer.
3-2 now to Phillips. Base hit into right center field for Phillips. Hensel cut it off, and Phillips has the double. Remember, he's got ownage on Vogelsong. He's now 8 for 15.
It's just a hang and break ball up around the belt, and Phillips, who, as we talked about, has a nice opposite field approach. Stays inside it, finds himself a gap with his speed, an easy 2-bagger. Some guys just like to get dirty.
Bruce struck out looking in the first inning. He takes low. Buster Posey knocks it down. Phillips will score. It's 2-0.
That's 4 hits in a row now for Vogelsong. 3 extra base hits. That's going to bring Dave Rigetti out. So 5 strikeouts for Vogelsong the first time through the lineup, and the second time through has provided a few more problems for Vogelsong. And I think what Rigetti is seeing is that Vogelsong is elevating And as he elevates, the Reds are not missing the mistakes. Take a look at the location, and that's middle in, just about halfway up the thigh. And Bruce spins on it, and that's a bad break for a pitcher when you get a line shot that stays fair rather than go foul. But nevertheless, that's a pretty good pitch to hit.
Here's Mesoraco, who lined out to Sandoval to end the first. Missing by much with that pitch.
Well, pitches on that corner that were called strikes are now being called balls, so it's tightened up a little bit. Didn't take much.
And here he comes back with a strike to even the count.
Nice breaking ball there, good curveball. And I think he shortened his stride just a little bit, like he got out front with that breaking ball. Remember the one he threw to Phillips had some hang on it. That last one did not have hang to it. It had a good snap.
1-2 on the swing, gonna miss. Bruce at second with one out.
Staying away.
So this is the second of 3 innings of stress for Ryan Vogelsong. Got him.
Away. So pretty one-dimensional to Mesoraco when he gets a strikeout.
So here's Ludwig. Ludwig drew a walk to lead off the second inning. At second is Bruce. Right back to Vogelsong, and this will end the inning. So Vogelsong limits the damage to 2 runs. We played 3. Reds 2, Giants nothing.
CSNBA fan photo, your full name and your hometown for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast. All brought to you by AT&T. The photo tonight from Tony Bickle from Emeryville, California. And it says, "Relax, Rosie. We're the best team in all the major leagues." There's Rosie. So thanks, Tony, for sharing our AT&T fan photo.
Some of our Giants fans hoping to see the Giants get on the board.
I think they're getting a little impatient.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval popped out in the first inning. Morse will follow, and then Hicks. Sandoval with Posey at second in the first inning, popped out to the third baseman, Todd Frazier. Sandoval fouls it back. You get a good rip.
Yeah, that's the location you want to swing at, the one that's in your strike zone between the knees and the belt. I always talk about how do you hit a sinker ball, or where you make him get the ball up. You look up. Now, how do you hit a guy like Cingrani? Well, you look down, because it's tough to hit that one across the letters. And it really is a bit perplexing if you're watching this game from center field, as we are, and you're looking at all these fastballs that are in the fat part of the strike zone and higher. You think, well, how are guys not hitting this thing? Well, it's the deception that Cingrani has. It's the same question the Giants are asking each other in their dugout.
In the dirt, blocked by Mesoraco. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I mean, his curveball tonight and his slider have been below average. They really haven't been very quick. They're lazy. But the fastball is, they haven't done anything with it. Outside of Buster Posey's double, and that came with 2 outs in the first inning.
Ludwig moving back. He'll make the play, so Sandoval flies out.
Well, time to log on to csnbair.com and decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. Winners will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond like never before with enhanced Bloomberg stats and more. Giants in game live on csnbair.com. Log on right now and vote.
Morris lined out to right field in the second inning. Takes low. Hicks on deck. Cingrani with 1 walk, and that was intentional. He struck out Pence in the first and Hicks in the second. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And nothing frustrates a big league hitter swinging through a high fastball. It's like getting his jump shot blocked.
Just missed. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Giants yesterday didn't get to hit much in BP. It got rained out. Today they got to hit, and Michael Morse put on a show.
2-2.
Another high fastball. Morse makes the All-Star team this year and is asked to be in the home run derby contest. He will represent quite well. Strike out number 4. And you got it. The payoff pitch, a fastball. 3 swing through fastballs for Morse. And here he broke his elbows down too. Really bunched him up above the hands, inside corner. Good pitch.
Here's Hicks. Hicks struck out in the second. And he takes in tight.
Yep, they cleaned out the drawer that held all the Reds t-shirts.
Hicks on the ground, foul past Tim Flannery.
I mean, really, you think about the Giants this year on this road trip, going to St. Louis for 4 days, all red, all 4 days. Now you come to Cincinnati, all red, all 3 days. You kind of get redded out.
Yeah, and both towns not afraid to wear the red either.
No.
Two really good baseball towns. Three and 1 to Hicks. And now if you're Hicks, you don't even have to guess what you're going to get here.
I don't think anybody's looking for anything but a fastball anyway. But I would bet a paycheck that this is going to be a fastball. Why don't they have bets like that?
I wonder if Hicks was looking for a breaking ball.
He was looking middle away, I think. That was middle in.
Ludwig back. Ludwig is going to make the catch on the track, and that'll end the inning. It'll be Brian Pena to lead things off, 2-0 Reds.
San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, the Mets will be in town, and we're going to take a look at the Saturday game, the 7:05 start. Superhero night to the first 7,500 kids 14 and under. They're going to receive a pair of Sergio Romo superhero socks courtesy of C's Candy. Check out sfgiants.com/tickets.
Yep, dinner time at the Yard.
Here's Pena. The three hitters here in the fourth. In the second inning, Vogelsong struck out all three. All swinging. Now back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Expecting Joey Votto back, I don't know, maybe what, a week or so?
Yeah, they say, although it's a little tentative. He has a problem with his left quad.
And on the ground to Crawford. This one will flatten out for Crawford.
And Votto says that he has lost strength in his leg, and he had a hard time trying to get that strength back. Guy who was really one of the pure hitters in the league, who would drive the ball with just every at bat, all of a sudden became a little slappy and was kind of a singles guy, and it was because of his lower body. It was his leg that was bothering him. So they are definitely not hurrying Joey Votto along.
Here's Cozart.
But that's a tough bat to be patient for if you're Brian Price, the skipper of the Reds.
Yeah, you're right. Hunter Pence moving over towards the foul line, and Hunter Pence will make the catch. And here's Zingrani. Zingrani struck out swinging in the second. It's 2-0 Cincinnati here in the bottom of the 4th. On a night where, if you believed everybody yesterday, we wouldn't be playing right now. This is flipped to left, and Zingrani's got a base hit. It's his 3rd hit this year. This is what the clouds look like today coming through here.
It got so dark at one point today, it almost was like nighttime. And we're talking 11 o'clock in the morning. And it rained so hard. But it's the Midwest. If you don't like the weather, just wait around. It'll change.
Well, yesterday the forecast was hailstones the size of Volkswagens.
Yeah.
Hamilton swings and misses 0-1.
Well, they did say as big as hardballs. So what does that do when you have a hardball size hailstone?
It is not really a good idea to own a car dealership when that happens.
Wow, I never thought of that. Have you ever seen them that big?
No, I have not. And another strike to Hamilton. He's 2 for 2, by the way. He's not hit the ball out of the infield.
I think this is the best way to pitch the guy, with a pitcher on first base.
Allow the pitcher to reach with 2 outs.
It's not a bad strategy.
And that's foul. And if you're on the infield right now, you're all thinking the same thing. Force play at second.
That's right. You don't have a whole lot of speed with Zingrani at first base, but you have a dart in the batter's box with Billy Hamilton.
Right at 70 pitches now for Ryan Vogelsong.
It's about 10 too many. If you're talking about a 15-pitch average after 4, you should be at 60. And a lot of what he's had to do tonight has been out of the stretch.
One and two.
Hamilton, a switch hitter, just hitting 209 from the right side.
got a base hit over Crawford. So here's Frazier.
That's the first time he'll be able to pitch to Frazier tonight where he doesn't have to worry about Hamilton.
Frazier homered off the foul pole in his last at bat, and here he lifts this one out of play. So Vogelsong trying to get his team into the dugout. He was looking at maybe a nice clean inning here in the fourth. And then Zangrani got a base hit. Hamilton makes it a stressful inning.
Well, one thing they found out in this series is that Hamilton can hit the fastball. I start thinking about a few other type of pitches to throw out, especially at 2 strikes.
So it's 2-1 to Frazier. Swung at a pitch that must have been a foot outside. It's 2-2.
Here's the third inning when he hit a home run. This came in a 2-strike count. Looked like a changeup. And he didn't know it was going to be fair or foul, so kind of sidestepped it up the line. And when it was all said and done, that was home run number 11 on the year, RBI number 30. And he just broke a home run bat. And hitters do not like to do that.
Two and 2 to Frazier. Vogelsong thought, well, maybe if I go out there again, he'll swing at it again.
Pace has really slowed down. We've been on base here for Vogelsong. He's become very, very deliberate.
Runners go. All back.
It was just to the right of our radio booth. John Miller, Dave Fleming. Who's going to make the play if it goes in the booth? Smooth?
Well, if John's doing play-by-play, he's not going to make the play. So Dave's doing play-by-play. So then, yeah, John will make the play. 3-2, runners on the move. Here it is. And another pop-up out of play. We'll do it again. foul. He threw him a breaking ball. Cingrani getting a workout.
Well, that's one good thing. Keep the pitcher out there. Get his legs a little tired. Not much of an issue tonight. It's absolutely ideal conditions for a baseball game.
Three and two. Runners will take off again. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Giants are still very much in this one, but they need some offense. Uver Sportsnet Central after post-game live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Henry Wolford and Mindy Bach, they will host Sportsnet Central. You'll get reaction to this game. Also, details and reaction to Colin Kaepernick's new contract. Mindy Bach also sits down with the Niner quarterback. And Joe Montana back at Candlestick. So you get all of that on Sportsnet Central. Have not been able to do anything against Tony Cingrani. He's done what he's done to the Giants in the past. And here in the fifth, it'll be the bottom three in the Giants lineup. Perez, Crawford, and Vogelsong.
Perez had one of the good at-bats against Cingrani. Double down the left field line. They have not yet gotten a leadoff hitter on to start an inning.
So Perez, as Mike mentioned, double. He stands in. Perez hit a hard chopper over the head of Frazier. That's the last base hit for the Giants.
It's a rough ballpark for a sinker baller because of that dirt out in front of home plate. If that swing of the bat off of Perez's last at bat is any indication, that thing hit out in front of home plate. It was like sidewalk.
Well, Perez saw the high fastball, swung and missed. Sees another one, but this one's very high. Trying to get on for Crawford. Right down the middle of the plate. 5 strikeouts now for Cingrani. Sometimes you're just not looking for that pitch right down the middle of the plate.
He had been looking fastball, though. I mean, if you're a Giants hitter, you have to be thinking fastball on every pitch because of what they've seen Cingrani throw. .60 pitches, I bet he's throwing 53 fastballs.
Here's Crawford, who was walked intentionally in the second. Crawford fouls it back.
That last at bat for Juan Perez is the type of at bat that he's going to get asked what he was thinking with 2 strikes by the hitting coach and probably the manager.
And that just barely missed to even the count.
I mean, if you're looking fastball, but you can't look in or out either in a 2-strike count. You got to get up there and protect. And I think his answer would be very interesting.
One and one to Brandon Crawford. 1-2.
Cingrani came into this game with an ERA of 4.01. In his last 3 games, his ERA was 5.29. And you look at the way the Giants have been dominated by him tonight, and you wonder how is that even possible. And he's basically done it with 1 pitch. But if they're not hitting the fastball, there has been no need for him to throw another pitch.
Here's the 2-2. Got him.
And in that at bat, Crawford saw 2 pretty good breaking balls, the best breaking balls that Cingrani is throwing tonight. Good location down below the zone. Strikeout number 6.
Here's Vogelsong. Vogelsong struck out looking in the second inning. And he takes a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. And a strike to make it 2-1. Pitch count wise, everything's pretty good for Cingrani. He's got 68. Vogelsong will get new lumber. It's 2-2. Three and two.
There you see the pitches throughout the evening for Cingrani.
Vogelsong down the right field line, hit very well, and this is a ground rule double. Vogelsong didn't run. I don't know if he didn't know where he hit it.
Yeah, that kind of looked weird. I
mean, I've done that before where you hit the ball, you don't know where it is. Now he spotted it.
Take your 2 bases. Nice opposite field double. 1 hop into the Giants bullpen. And the Giants finally get Cingrani back in the stretch position. Hadn't been there since the second inning.
Here's Pagan, who's popped out and bounced out. And he was trying to tie it up. He's got 3 home runs on the season.
I think the last regular season win that they had in this ballpark, he was the reason for it. Was a getaway victory, and he had a late home run that was a 2-run shot that enabled the Giants to go on and win that game. And that was the day that the Happy Flight theme was born.
Runs this one inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hunter Pence is on deck. All of a sudden, Cingrani, after the 2 strikeouts, has had to work hard to get Vogelsong and now Pagan.
Well, it's been a while since he's been in the stretch. I understand why he would have a little wildness now.
Three and one.
And all of a sudden there's some concern in the Reds bench, and Mesoraco, the catcher, is going to come out there and try and get Cingrani back on track. If you're Mesoraco right here, you just say, hey, quit aiming it, throw it.
So Pagan steps back in after the visit by Mesoraco. And he wraps it foul. 3-2. So Vogelsong at second with 2 outs. Pagan in the battle with Cingrani. With Hunter Pence on deck. And he pops it back and out of play. High fastball.
Well, when in doubt, that's what he's gone to. He's throwing a breaking ball in a 3-ball count. I can't remember it. We just hadn't had that many 3-ball counts until this inning. Giants looking for an igniter, somebody to pep up the boys in the dugout.
Three and two. Vogelsong with his lead, and now Pagan steps out. If Pagan were to get a base hit and have something behind it to any of the 3 outfielders, it's likely Vogelsong's not going to score. So we will see 3 balls and 2 strikes. Target is in. Fouls it back. That leak out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. A good battle here by Pagan.
Zingrani looks in. He gets the sign. Let's see where Mesoraco sets up. And he walked it.
I just thought there was a swing there. Zingrani was walking off the field. So a good call by Gabe Morales, the first base umpire. And the Giants, the second time tonight, have 2 men on base. And Jeff Pico, the pitching coach, is going to come out and really at this point just give Zingrani a bit of a breather.
Pretty tough pitch to lay off of if you're Pagan.
Well, considering you got to have fastball in the back of your mind, and it was a well-placed back foot slider. And I agree, that isn't an easy one to lay off of. He barely could do it. But they definitely set the table for the guy that has had the best success lifetime against Zingrani.
Penn struck out in the first, hit a fly ball to left in the third. He's got Vogelsong at second. He's got Pagan at first. And a high fastball, and Pence fouls it back and out of play. Pence and Costin motion at the plate. Now he stops. And he fouls another one out of play.
2 high fastballs. And anytime he gets a fastball up above the letters, you're thinking that's a good thing. Especially when you think about how he hit the ball in the ballpark last night against Homer Bailey. It was a ball literally above his shoulders. Good high ball hitter. But when he's hot, he can hit anything.
Yeah, that's a fact. One and two. So Zingrani rubs up the baseball. He had 2 quick strikeouts and then trouble with Vogelsong's double, a long at bat to Pagan, and now the 1-2 pitch to Pence. Here it is. Got him. Threw him a hook, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand a pair. It'll be Phillips to lead things off. to 4. Orange Friday happy hours at AT&T Park, presented by Lagunitas Brewing Company. And you need a special event ticket for this. Petty Theft, the award-winning tribute band to Tom Petty. They'll be performing live in Seals Plaza to kick off the series. 415-972-2298.
Well, when in doubt, go for the cotton candy. It's almost as good as a 2-out base hit with a runner in scoring position.
So it'll be Phillips to lead things off. Phillips is 1 for 1. He doubled and scored in the 3rd inning. So the Giants get a couple of guys on in the 5th. And they made Zingrani work a little bit. And Phillips pops this one up. Morris going to be tall enough to catch it. He does. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And that is a gift. Outs have not come in 3 pitches or less very often tonight for Vogelsong.
So here's Bruce. Bruce hit a ball right over the bag at first for a double. Now the Giants will put the shift on. And Bruce is going to bunt, and he bunts it. Or he actually didn't bunt it, and it's 0-1. If he gets it done, it's a cheap hit.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, not a bad play with 1 out.
But I mean, if you're going to do it once, do it again.
Yeah, Sandoval has come in maybe a step or two, but still, anything decent down the third base line, you're going to beat it out.
Nice changeup.
Now Sandoval back to where he was with 2 strikes. Got him. 8 strikeouts for Vogelsong. And here's Mesoraco.
This is an official game, by the way.
You worried?
No. But we are seeing a few more clouds.
And a call strike to Mesoraco. Two.
Speed stuff now has all of a sudden come alive for Vogelsong.
Will we see another off-speed pitch right here? Let's check it out. Nah. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 9 strikeouts for Vogelsong. Posey, Sandoval, and Morris coming up. The Beef.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, offering business and personal insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. Visit us at hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
You see the statue outside the ballpark of our old friend Joe Morgan. Did that this year. Terrific teams that Joe played on, and it was one of the reasons why they had terrific teams.
That's a good statue. It looks like him. What a great player he was. Wow.
Here's Posey, and then Sandoval, and then Morse. Mr. Posey is 1 for 2. He's seen now 3 pitches tonight. On the ground to short. Cozart across the diamond. 1 out. And here's Sandoval.
Just has not been a lot of hard contact tonight against Cingrani. And he discovered the breaking ball that last inning. Threw some good ones to last 2 innings. He threw a couple to Brandon Crawford, the only left-handed hitter in the Giants lineup tonight. And then that 1-2 curveball he used to put Pence away to end the inning. That was a good one. He did not have a good curveball at the start of this game. That's something he found along the way.
Two 2-0 to Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval is popped out and flied out. Here he fouls this one down the right field line and out of play. One thing the Giants did in the Cardinals series is they created opportunities. And the only time they've created opportunities in this game has been when there's 2 outs, as this is hammered into center field, and Hamilton will track it down. So that'll bring up Morse with 2 outs. Morris is lined out and he's struck out, and here he hits a high drive to left. Ludwig's going to watch this one go. It is out of here, and it's 2-1. And again, they do something after 2 outs.
Well, he finally got a fastball that's down in the strike zone. For the most part, they've been pitching him up, and he's been having a problem with it against Cingrani. Here he got one down around the knees. And he did what he did so impressively during batting practice. He launched one out of here. Home run number 12. Let's take a look at the location. Knee high out of the middle of the plate. See ya. No doubt about it. Put on his humble trot.
Here's Hicks. And Hicks fouls this one off of Mesoraco.
Well, that's a little bit of an alarm clock going off the dugout.
Oh, and 1 to Hicks. Up and into Hicks. So Hicks is worked it to 2-1 with Juan Perez on deck. 39 runs batted in now for Michael Morse. Hicks hammers one to left. He's got a base hit. Might set off an alarm for Brian Price.
94 pitches into his outing, you might start to see some action in the Reds bullpen, because both of those last at bats were rather loud, the home run and the single. And I got to believe Juan Perez has been thinking about that one he took with 2 strikes his last at bat.
Yeah, maybe he asked for it back.
Yeah, well, he's going to look for it right now. His double that came back in the 2nd inning came on a first pitch fastball challenge. He jumped all over it.
Hicks was leaning, and he was almost out without a very big lead. What happens is you just start to lean a little bit, and even though you're not that far off the base, you still got to get back. I think that got Brandon Hicks' attention. High and deep to left. Back is Ludwig. Out of here. And the Giants take the lead.
Well, he got it again. He got that fastball. And again on the first pitch, he jumped all over it. And there's the applause. The applause you covet the most, the one from your teammates. And for the first time tonight, the Giants take the lead.
And that's the first of the year. So here's Crawford. It happened with 2 outs and nobody on. As Crawford will take low.
Van Meulen's going over there talking it over, saying don't ever take another pitch off this guy. Swing at the first thing you see.
And tight to Crawford. Well, Vogelsong feeling better.
Absolutely.
He's got some work to do, though.
Well, he had his best inning of the night in the 5th when he struck out 2 guys. Had a 1-2-3.
And a strike to Crawford. And now it's 3-1. In this park, you can cruise along, and all of a sudden, you don't know what hit you.
Well, you bet. This is like a tough golf course, where every hole can beat you. And this is every inning can get you.
And Crawford's going to take the walk, so Vogelsong's going to hit. And that may not seem like a big deal, but you get the pitcher to hit here in the 6th, and Price is coming out.
I can't believe he's taking him out against the pitcher.
One ground rule double will do that to you.
Well, he threw the ball pretty well tonight. And think about this, Brian Price, an old pitcher.
It is time for a change thing speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. 2 outs. A couple of big flies. Morse and Perez. And here's your new pitcher.
Pitcher is going to be Logan Ondrusek. We saw him last night. 17th time he's come in. 1-2 with a 5.29 ERA. Big guy, 6'8", 230 pounder in his 4th year at the big league level. He's 29 years old. And Ondrusek, when you take your bats against him, you're going to see a low to mid 90s sink. He's got a curveball and a slider, and he will throw a split. See him fix it in his hands right there.
Mike, explain why it's odd you would take Zingrani out facing the pitcher.
Well, first of all, Zingrani can't do anything but lose or get a no decision. You got a pitcher up there. The guy's throwing pretty good. It's only 100 pitches into the night. And the way he's pitched tonight, I think he certainly has merited going against a pitcher. Now, if this was a 4th place hitter, I could see taking him out. He's leaking oil. He's given up 3 hits and a walk, but this is the pitcher. So you really, you're penalizing the guy, and he really did pitch pretty well tonight.
It's down low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's not something that will go unnoticed in that dugout. I can tell you that amongst the pitchers. I mean, if you're a starter, you want to have a chance to have a win. Granted, you gave up the lead, you're down a run, but you're down a run in this ballpark.
Crawford with his lead. Vogelsong out to center field. Hamilton will put it away. Giants on the board 3 times, 2 home runs. Morris is 12th. Perez is 1st. It's bye-bye baby, and it's 3-2 Giants.
Orange and black necktie plus 2 tickets to 2 Giants games. Wait, make that tickets to Giants. Yeah, well, orange necktie plus tickets to 2. That's right, 2 Giants games. It's the Giants Father's Day gift pack starting as low as $39. The packet will include tickets to the Father's Day necktie giveaway June 15th and to the 25th anniversary tribute to Dave Draveki's comeback. That's July 12th. 2 great games plus a necktie. Are you kidding me? Go to sfgiants.com/minipacks and you can purchase this special Father's Day gift pack. That's a good deal.
It is a good deal. Although one thing we don't have is we don't have any orange ties. That's for sure.
Yeah. We got a few of those.
The littlest guy on the team and the biggest guy on the team. They hit home runs in the 6th inning.
Yep. Both flexed their muscles. But Morris with the igniter, this sort of woke everybody up. And then good for Juan Perez. I mean, he struck out looking his last at bat on a fastball right down the throat. And you knew he was thinking about it. Definitely atoned for that strike 3. So for the first time tonight, Vogelsong is pitching with a lead.
And he's facing Ludwig. Ludwig rolls it foul right in front of Tim Flannery. Ludwig walked in the second, then hit one back to Vogelsong in the third. And there's a pretty hard breaking ball. It's 0-2. On deck is Brian Pena and then Zach Cozart. And this is lifted out to Hunter Pence, chasing off Hicks. If you're an infielder in this park, you have to know that because the dimensions are a little shorter, you're going to get called off a lot. So here's Pena. Pena struck out and bounced out. And there's a strike on the inside corner. On the ground to Crawford. Morris. You're now just finding out that Don Zimmer passed away. Long-time everything. Manager, coach, terrific player. And one of the reasons we mention it is Don Zimmer was born and raised here. He went to high school. And he lived a baseball life. He really did.
He was a fantastic baseball man. We had him in 1987. 83 years old.
Here's Cozart. We saw him in Tampa last year, and well, he was going through some health issues. He was still at the park every day.
And still sharp as a tack. Missed nothing. Always a great guy to engage in baseball conversation with.
Down low, 2-0.
He was Roger Craig's third base coach in 1987. And boy, he taught us a lot about the game. I mean, just that was the way he was. All business.
And a strike on the outside corner. I used to kid him. Every year I saw him, I kidded him about the same thing. When he was managing the Red Sox, a situation came up with the bases. We had guys on second and third. He walked me intentionally to face Andy Thornton.
How'd that turn out?
Well, he got Thornton out.
Smart guy.
But he also said that if Thornton would have got a hit, he'd have been fired. Seventh inning coming up, 3-2.
Rest in peace, my friend.
Summary, and it's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. 3-2 Giants, 3 runs in the 6th and a couple of home runs. Vogelsong with a career high 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. Tony Cingrani threw the ball very well, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Morris, Perez with home runs. Frazier hit his 11th as it hit the foul pole in the 3rd inning. So here's Pagan, now batting left-handed for the first time. I got that hat. Spring training. I like it a lot.
It's a good one.
It's an old trucker's hat.
You got a little trucker in you.
Here's Pagan. And he takes it down low. Pagan has popped out. He's bounced out. And he drew a walk in the 5th. 2 balls and no strikes. Hunter Pence on deck. Pagan trying to get something started here in the 7th. And this is flipped to left. Can Ludwig get there? Yes, he can. In some parks, that's a base hit, like Coors Field.
Yeah, you don't get many of those here to left or right.
You might get some hits here you wouldn't going over the wall, but not many in front of the outfielders.
There you see the setup for Pence. They're going to play to pull on the left side of the infield, straight away in the outfield.
It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, 96 on our gun. Pence lifts it to left. Ludwig on the move. It's over his head. It bounces high up against the wall, and Hunter Pence has got a double.
He's just beating up high mistakes. The hang and break a ball he jumped on. Right there across the letters in the middle of the plate. And if you're on Drusik, you got to think, man, I just got away with one there. Lucky it didn't get hit out of the ballpark.
Buster Posey 1 for 3, doubled in the 1st.
Jeremy Affeldt starting to get stressed. That may be it for Vogelsong.
Could be. Buster Posey tried to hold up. It's no balls and 1 strike. Sandoval on deck. And it's low.
Drusik, because of his size, 6'8", he gets a lot of tilt just because of how high his release is. If he can establish knee high with the location of a pitch, the old saying is you're going to see a quarter of the ball. If you elevate towards across the letters, you're going to see half the ball. And that's the advantage of being 6'8".
Posey way out in front. It's 1-2. Pence at second. 7th inning. And Buster Posey just got a piece.
I mean, he hasn't had a lot of balance in this at bat. Breaking balls are taking his legs out. And he's just flicking the bat to stay alive. Saw him do this last night against Bailey. And we looked at his lifetime numbers. I think he's 1 for 11 now, or 1 for 12 against Bailey.
On the ground, Pence is going to go to third. And Cozart throws out Buster Posey, and here's Sandoval.
I bring that point up about Bailey is that Andrusik does not have quite as good a breaking stuff as Bailey, and Posey was losing his lower body on those pitches as well.
Here's Sandoval. Hanna didn't have a hit. He's 0 for 3. Andrusik doesn't have to go after Sandoval. Morris is on deck. Very nicely done by Mesoraco. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the 7th.
Well, that's the advantage of taking third on a ground ball hit to the shortstop. If you're Hunter Pence, is that if that ball goes in the dirt, gets by Mesoraco, Giants could pick up a cheap run here. Straightaway defense. That's how you have to play Sandoval. He's been line to line in this hot streak.
And a big breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that's one will keep you off balance.
Well, especially in a 1-0 count.
Cozart. Side retired, so Andrusik pitches through the double by Pence. It'll be the pitcher leading things off. A 3-2 lead for the Giants. And Vogelsong back out to pitch. I remember, Mike, when that kid was just trying to make the Nevada football team, for crying out loud.
That's right. The king of Turlock found a home in Reno. He's a great member of the Wolfpack up there at University of Nevada.
7 straight starts for Vogelsong, 6+ innings. Heisey with a swing and a miss.
Also, Vogelsong with 9 strikeouts tonight. That's the most he's ever had in a game in his career. So Affeldt still throwing with Gutierrez.
Heisey hitting at .239. He's got 2 home runs, 8 driven in. He's done a really nice job coming off the bench. He's 5 for 15.
That last pitch for Vogelsong, 100 on the night.
And this has popped up, and it's going to be Crawford. Now the fun begins.
Well, Billy Hamilton in a 1-run ball game. I mean, he definitely will make the hair in the back of your neck stick up.
He's 3 for 3. He hasn't scored a run, believe it or not. The Giants have committed 2 errors. Well, Hamilton has either been on base or running to first base.
Well, one thing they have found out, he handles the fastball away very well. And they got to start going in on his hands hard, and they got to start throwing more breaking balls to him. You pointed out earlier in the broadcast, he's only got 9 walks on the year. And he's a guy who wants to swing the bat. You take advantage of that by throwing breaking balls out of the zone. But that's going to be it. They're not going to let Vogelsong go after him. It's going to be probably Affeldt to hit Hamilton from the right side. He's only hitting .209 that side.
So Vogelsong gets the right-handed pinch hitter Heisey. And now the skipper's coming out. He said, all right, look. This is what I want you to do. I want you to stand here while I call the bullpen. Nice job by Vogelsong when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. Vogelsong, nice job. It's going to be morning baseball back in the Bay Area. Pregame live is going to start at 9. There's no way Greg Papa is going to be there for that. And first pitch right around 9:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. And on the mound for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner. So Bumgarner will be on the mound against Mike Leake. So a couple of guys with pretty good ERAs will go at it tomorrow. And here's Gutierrez.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Juan Gutierrez. 23rd time that or 24th time he's come into a game. 1-1 with a 3.24 ERA. 6'3", 250 pounder. Out of Puerto de la Cruz, Venezuela, 30 years of age.
Infield in.
I think they moved in Pablo Sandoval even closer.
And a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's amazing. It's almost like the first baseman, the second baseman line up, the shortstop, and the third baseman line up. It's got to be weird hitting in the batter's box with that type of alignment.
Get used to it, Mr. Hamilton. You caused it. 0-2.
There's your lineups. So Sandoval with 2 strikes now, going to back up just a little bit. Still doesn't trust that he won't bunt.
Got him.
And there's the pitch that I think that they're going to start showing him a lot more. Off-speed stuff, bounce it. He can't lay off. And his stat sheet will tell you that. A guy with 9 walks, I mean, he's a guy that is swinging at everything, especially down below the strike zone. So I'm sure you'll see more of that tomorrow, and you'll see more of that when the Reds come to San Francisco. Now it's going to be up for him to adjust.
Here's Frazier. 1 for 3. And a strike.
Good hard breaking ball right there.
Oh, goodness. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That did not miss by much. Just a wee bit outside, about the width of a baseball.
Out of play down the right field line. It's 1-2.
Talk about that 9 strikeouts for Ryan Vogelsong tonight. The only other time he ever struck out 9 in a game was in Game 6 of the LCS 2012 against the Cardinals. But he was fantastic tonight.
Cued off the end of the bat. Rockies took a hit today. They put Carlos Gonzalez on the DL. Been battling these finger issues.
This has kind of been the year of the injury around baseball, hasn't it?
Indeed it has. Look out. 2-2. Everybody seems to be getting hit one way or the other. Giants are hoping that Belt gets back sooner than they thought.
Well, he gets the cast out, and then he's going to get the pins pulled from his finger. And then he has to get his skills back.
Tap foul. And the word at Santiago Casillas doing very well.
He thinks he's going to be back early. Kane comes back Friday night. Giants open up their homestand, 10 games, 3 against the Mets Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He will pitch Friday.
The fun game is going to be Saturday. 2 old guys. Hudson and Cologne. They're all going to be fun. They're at our park. Come on. Got him. And they'll end the inning. That's a hat trick for Frazier. It'll be Morris, Hicks, and Perez coming up.
Class hosted by Elbert Kozimor tonight at 8 p.m. And his special guest tonight, Mindy Bond, and she's going to be interviewing Colin Kaepernick as he celebrates his new deal with the 49ers. And I got to tell you, we're pretty excited about it. Tune in for that. Yahoo Sports Talk live tonight, 8 p.m.
3-2 Giants here in the top of the 8th inning. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Sam LeCure, the new pitcher now for Cincinnati. Take a look at his numbers. They're all good. 22nd time he's come in. 19 strikeouts in 22 2/3 innings. 1-1 with a 1.9 ERA. And you say, well, how's he doing it? Well, he's got a number of different ways he can get you. He's got a fastball that's right around 90 with sink and cut, big curveball, slider, changeup, and a very different release. He's way high 3/4, almost straight over the top, so all of his angles are acute. And very confident right now.
Morris takes low. Morris hit the home run with 2 outs in the 6th. It kind of got the Giants going. Here he's waiting on LeCure, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hicks and then Perez. Pops this one backing out of play. He waited on that one nicely. This was the home run.
Yeah, he got a fastball out of the plate, just a little bit lower than what he was having trouble with earlier in the game. Cingrani was throwing a lot of high fastballs, and Morris was not having a lot of fun with him. He finally got one down low, and boom, he left earth. And that's how fast a guy with power can hurt you. Outside corner. And that's how LeCure's night starts. LeCure in his 4th year at the big league level. He's 30 years old.
Facing Hicks, who singled in the 6th inning. Takes this one low and away with Perez to follow.
Reds bullpen really had been getting towards. They ranked 2nd to last in bullpen ERA, but then they got Aroldis Chapman back, their closer, who had been on the sideline after he'd been hit in the face and had a broken bone in his face because of a line drive earlier in the year. A horrific injury. But ever since he's come back, everybody sort of settled back down the ladder, and they really tightened up. In the last week, their ERA has been right around 1.7. But LeCure all year long has been very steady. He's been the one go-to guy that the Reds have been able to rely upon.
Hicks takes that breaking ball, 2-1.
I mean, that's off the table break.
That's a good one. Yep.
And he'll throw at any count too. He's got a lot of confidence in the ability to command it.
May have been looking for something other than that.
Well, if I'm hitting off of LeCure, I'm thinking breaking ball too. He doesn't have a blazer fastball. I said 90. It's more high 80s than 90 tonight.
On the ground, Frazier gives ground and throws him out. 2 down. Bringing Perez to the plate. The difference in the game is this swing of the bat by Perez.
First pitch challenge fastball at the belt. And he jumped all over. 2 hits tonight for Perez. 1 a second inning double on the first pitch he saw from Cingrani. And here a 2-run homer on the first pitch he saw from Cingrani.
I was about to say, would you just sit on that first pitch again?
I think he was looking fastball.
And why not?
McCure threw him a changeup. I think he respected that this kid likes that first pitch fastball.
Oh, 2.
That is a good yacker. By much. He went down, tried to backdoor that 2-seam fastball at the knees away, and he almost nailed it down. And Mesoraco, the catcher, is lobbying for that pitch. He thought it should have been called a strike. Catchers usually have a pretty consistent dialogue throughout the evening with the umpire about pitches. Some they'll argue for, some they won't.
You got it. You knew that was coming. And that'll end the inning. Big fellows are coming up. It'll be Phillips, Cruz, and Mesoraco. 3-2 Giants.
Vogelsong has earned that distinction, and why not? He was fantastic tonight. 6 1/3 strong innings, 7 hits allowed, 2 earnings, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. That matches his career high. And he was going up, down, in, out with the fastball, spotting it up beautifully. A cutter, a curveball through all of his pitches, and the Reds never could quite figure him out. Because of that, we make him our Honda player of the game, Ryan Vogelsong.
So here's Phillips. And Phillips looks at a strike.
Gene Machi Javier Lopez heating up.
Breaking ball hit on the ground to Crawford. And it kicks off of Crawford. And the Reds will have a base runner.
That is an error that hurts. Hard hit comes up on Brandon Crawford. And the Giants have come to Cincinnati and they have been stumbling with the leather.
When it's time for a change thing speedy, oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and repair experts. For the Giants, and Lopez comes in.
And there are the numbers for Javier Lopez. 23rd time that he's come in. 1-0 with a 1.54 ERA. And really has done extremely well against left-handers, which he should with that low three-quarter, high sidearm release, and sometimes even lower.
Facing Jay Bruce. And he drops down and he throws a strike on the outside corner.
Bruce 2 for 11 lifetime against Javier Lopez with 5 strikeouts, a couple of walks, so they know each other quite well.
Same spot.
And he just painting that outside corner at the knees. So Bruce going to step out, and he knows what he has to do. He's got to get out after it. The one thing about Lopez, along with the ability to command the outside corner, he will pitch inside, especially when he thinks guys are diving out. That was a 3-pitch see ya.
Bruce Bochy's coming out. Lopez does his job. This is going to be a double switch. Gregor Blanco's coming out. So we're going to have a new pitcher. It remains 3-2, and we'll be back. pitcher is
Machi, 27th time that he has come in. He's had an amazing first half, 5-0 with a 0.33 ERA, 23 strikeouts. Lefties hit 103, righties 203. Those are remarkable numbers. How does he do it? Loaded mid-90s fastball, slider, and a forkball. His last outing in St. Louis, he went right through the heart of the Cardinal lineup, and he didn't even throw one good forkball. If he threw it, we couldn't tell. It looked like it was all fastballs and sliders. So this will be an interesting outing simply because we want to see what type of forkball he has. On the double switch, Blanco will come in and play left field. He'll hit the ninth spot. And the pitcher spot in the lineup is the seventh spot. Perez out of the game.
So here's Mesoraco. Phillips at first. He represents the tying run. Machi, very quick for a big guy.
He really is. He's got a good move. And he fields his position well too. We've seen that a lot this year.
Right out of bed, no balls and one strike.
And that's better than any forkball that he threw in St. Louis. Right there, first pitch we've seen.
Outside with a fastball to even the count. Ludwig is on deck. We're in the eighth inning. A 3-2 lead for the Giants. And that check swing roller goes to Billy Hatcher, and it's now 1-2.
Mesoraco likes that ball middle in. They're setting up away, looking for a slider.
Taps this one foul.
And that had some hang time on it.
On the ground, it could be a pair. Crawford shovels it to Hicks. Hicks to Morris, and that's a double play, and it ends the inning. It goes 6-4-3, and we'll head to the ninth. Talk about the game with Murph and Mac on KNBR 680, the sports leader. It's a 3-2 lead for the Giants as we go to the 9th inning. And the Reds will throw out a new lefty.
Manny Parr, the new pitcher for Cincinnati, 25th time that he's come in. No record of 5.5 ERA, but he's pitched better than that ERA. 20 strikeouts in 18 innings. 29 base runners, 10 of those walks, so he can get a wild hair up his nose. Parr born in Carmichael. Here's the play that ended it for the Reds. A little easy flip to Hicks over to Michael Morse. And that's all she wrote. Boy, how good has Gene Machi been coming into existing situations late in the ball game. He's been money.
I think that made Brandon Crawford feel a little better.
Yeah, that air did not come back to haunt the Giants. You bet it did.
So Crawford will step up. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. And he takes wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Blanco and then Pagan. Giants trying to pick up just a little insurance. And it's 2-0.
Sergio Romo heating up. He will pitch the 9th.
Crawford gets underneath this one and lifts it out to left field for Ludwig. 1 out.
And you know what he's thinking.
I just missed that one.
Indeed. When you take your bat off a Parr, you're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, but he's got all the pitches. Former starter. And I think someday he wants to be back in that rotation someplace. It's just a matter of more consistency with his command.
So here's Blanco taking his first at bat. Blanco hitting .235 right now, trying to get on for Angel Pagan. And he lays down a good bunt. Can Frazier throw him out? He has time, and they got him. Kenny had to come off the bag to make the tag. They want to bring up Pagan.
Just a little bit too much steam on the bunt. And Frazier handled it well, and a nice little assist from Brian Pena on the backside. Catch the ball, you know where that runner's going to be. You just drop the glove with the base path, and the runner's going to run right into it. Can't do anything about it.
Pagan is 0 for 3 with a walk. And he fouls it back. Taps this one foul. Pence is on deck.
I always wonder what goes through the mind of a closer as he prepares himself to come in and protect a 1-run lead. It can get pretty lonely down there in that bullpen. You got yourself and your thoughts.
Pagan had a good grip at an 0-2 pitch. You might like to have that one back. It's still no balls and 2 strikes. Already. And he got him. And they'll end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Romo's coming in, and the Giants lead 3-2. After post-game live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, Henry Wolford and Mindy Bach, they'll do the honors. Clubhouse reaction to this game. Joe Montana is back at Candlestick, but the big story is Colin Kaepernick, and Mindy Bach sits down with the Niner quarterback. So check that all out on Sportsnet Central. Here, Giants lead 3-2, and Sergio Romo's into the game.
Oh yeah, they got the beat. They're feeling it. They got a ways to go. Sergio Romo, 25th time he's coming in. 3-1 with a 3.52 ERA. 17 saves in 19 chances. And the 17 saves ties him for the most in the major leagues. However, in his last 7 outings, he has given up 6 runs. He has not had that slider listen to him on every pitch. It has been temperamental.
Here's Ludwig, who swings and misses. Ludwig is 0 for 6 lifetime against Romo. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. And Ludwig is struck out 4 times in those 6 career at-bats against Sergio Romo. There's the good slider. No swing, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, that's the thing about sliders. I mean, you could throw one that's a world beater, and then the next 2 can go up there and be cement mixers and spin and not do anything. You see Pablo Sandoval guarding the line at third base.
This is hit out to right center field, and Pagan calling for 1 out. And that'll bring up Pena. So here's a guy that's never faced Romo before.
There's the difference maker right there. Juan Perez with a 2-run homer back in the 6th inning. Highlighted a 3-run 6 for the Giants, and that is the difference in the game.
Low and away to Pena. He's bounced out twice to Crawford in his first at bat against Vogelsong. Vogelsong struck him out. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
With a sinker, 2-seam fastball.
back. He had a rip. It's 1-2.
So 3 pitches, 3 sinkers. Romo likes the sinker. He likes the changeup against lefty. Both those pitches have movement that runs away from the left-handed hitter. But Buster will have no problem calling a slider if he thinks it's working that night. If he thinks it's a better pitch than the changeup. And he just called it, and Romo shook off to go to the changeup.
2-2.
Zach Cozart on deck.
It'll be a long run, but Crawford is there to put it away. 2 outs. And it's going to be Cozart, as Mike mentioned, who is coming up with 2 outs. Cozart is 0 for 3. And just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Popped him up, and this should do it. Sandoval calling, and that's the ball game. So the Giants, with 3 runs in the 6th inning after 2 outs, they win game 2 of this 3-game series. And Ryan Vogelsong had to be rewarded for this performance tonight.
Well, he's on a roll. I mean, he's really putting together a nice string of great starts. And in this ballpark with a tight strike zone, he was spectacular. And the Giants, to their credit, a very tough Tony Cingrani tied him up at knots till the 6th inning, but perseverance, a couple of long balls, and they pull out a 1-run victory. And this is a big win for them. All
right, final score here from Great American Ballpark. It's the Giants 3 and the Reds 2. Esurance Giants postgame live is coming up at first. Let's